we're back once again. We have G Funkadelic. Say hey, G Funk.
Hey to the world. How you doing?
Hey, world. World is good. Everybody's vertical and not horizontal, which is a step in the right direction. But being horizontal can be okay sometimes, right?
It's better to be seen than viewed. Yes.
Exactly. People paying respects is not a good thing all the time.
Not necessarily. Nope. You'd rather be seen than viewed.
Well, on this special day of being seen, not viewed, it is a special day that we celebrate below the border. And I don't mean the belt.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about the border. What is your beverage of choice here?
Well, today, in honor of, well, I don't know if it's in honor of them at all, but I have a Blue Moon. I forget which origin that is. I'm not sure that's Mexican. But cheers to all the Mexican national.
Right, the ones that did get caught by ice. Welcome.
That's right.
Welcome to America.
That means they're hardcores. Yeah,
that's right. So yeah, I'm having a Mexican cocktail beer.
Okay.
Otherwise known as a margarita. But if you're wondering what all the Mexican is all about, today is Cinco de Mayo, or as us gringos call May 5th, which celebrates really nothing, but it gives us all a reason to drink something.
All right. Well, now, who's the historian here? What is it? Cinco de Mayo is their independence from Spain, isn't it? And I know D-Man usually checks my arithmetic or knowledge. I think they declared the independence to Spain on May 5th of 18-something.
I looked at this once and I found it was like a Seinfeld episode. Cinco de Mayo is a whole lot of nothing. But I might be wrong. It's all right. So according to intelligence that might be artificial,
okay,
I won't say what. Cinco de Mayo is celebrated on May 5th of each year, despite common belief it's not Mexico's Independence Day, November 16th. Instead, it commemorates a civic historical event. Okay, so I was wrong. Apparently, it means something, but maybe inconsequential because nobody really knows. Cinco de Mayo celebrates Mexico's victory over France, Battle of Puebla, excuse me.
Because France wanted part of Mexico too a long time ago too, and they used to tussle with Spain. Okay,
yes.
All right.
May 5th, 1862.
That's interesting.
I think it was probably about 8 people, and 7 of them were French because the Mexican army was just having a siesta, and the French was like, "Damn, it's too hot," and Mexicans won.
You know what they say, D-Man. You know what about going to war with the French? Mm-hmm. It's like going to war. It's like going to war with an accordion player.
Okay.
He plays the accordion. He's real loud, but he doesn't know how to shoot. He just plays the accordion, so he's loud and in the way. That's like going to war with the French. It's like I'm messing up the joke here. All right, skip that. Go ahead.
It's reminiscent of the Iranian Navy.
Yeah, it could be that. It's the Fly Navy. Now, what do they call it? Nat Navy? Fly Swatting Navy?
The Coast Guard.
Matter of fact, I think their boats aren't as big as your boat, D-Man. I think they're on wave runners.
A couple of John boats, with some Evan Roods. No, that's Mexico. What do they say?
This is a Johnson motor that's probably 50 cc's.
Yeah, from 1953. Yeah.
52, 53, whatever it took.
Whatever it takes. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the 50 Shades of Beer podcast. We are welcome and blessed to have you here. We are a podcast that has opinions that nobody cares about, but that's the important part, is that us 5 billion opinions, namely 50 of them, we'll just take 50 of those 5 billion, and we'll compare them to the 50 Shades of Beer that beer can come in, right? We have light, amber, pale, whatever. There's all kinds of different shades, just like everybody has different opinions, and our opinions may be different than yours, but we try to stay in the middle of the road, try to stay objective, and try to not use as many name remarks towards certain groups of people, as possible. And this way we have an objective, forward-marching conversation. Would you say that's right, G-Funk?
Yes, and I didn't mean anything about what I said about the French. I'm sure they're fine. Some of my best friends are French.
Mine too. In fact, I think I have some French heritage. I think I have more French heritage than, say, what's her name? Pocahontas.
I found mine too. I'm sorry to say. Yeah, I found.
And I mean Pocahontas as in Elizabeth Warren, not the real.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're probably more French than Elizabeth Warren is Native American. Okay. Okay. We on. Okay.
We all the way home. And speaking of wee, we've got a action-packed half hour or three 10-minute segment podcast. You know what we're going to talk about today?
I think so, but why don't you let us know, D-Man?
All right. Well, our friend in Seattle, Washington, the benevolent mayor, she's waved goodbye to the people that are actually paying for her, socialist society. And he's already had a couple of people, namely the fine folks at Starbucks. They tucked tail and left town, and he's trying to figure out, all right, like Mendami, how the hell are we going to do this now? Wasn't counting on that one.
Yeah.
And then the second segment, we're going to discuss pilots and bread. Because, sometimes there's pilots, so there's bread. What do the two have in common? What do you think there, Defunct?
Well, both of them, do both of them keep you alive?
Well, they could. I mean, maybe not too much, but in this case, the bread, hit the fan as far as the, fan on the propeller of the airplane that crashed into a bread truck. But we'll talk more about that one. How would you like to be driving a bread truck and a plane lands on your head?
I did see that. You're talking about the one that was on the, I think I did see that. Yeah. I didn't know it was a bread truck, though. Okay, I knew it was a trucker that just got the wheels hit the top of his truck.
Right. He's driving along. My man's just having a good day, and you hear thump on the top of his truck, and he's like, what the fuck? And the plane hit the pole, the truck. I think flour probably went everywhere. And but everybody seemed to be okay. So this is a good story. This is not one of those stories that's going to make you cry there, John.
Okay. All right.
We're going to wrap it up with some odds and ends. We're going to talk about, things that men shouldn't do. We're going to work on that one. We're always trying to be our best, right, G-Funk?
That's correct.
All right. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to update the good people of the 50 Shades of Beer podcast about the goings-on, the latest in Hormuz, and how we're going to straighten that one out. Like what I did there?
I like it.
And then we're going to finish it up with wackos in Oklahoma, because everybody knows that Oklahoma, there's not much to do except shoot people up at a party. And sometimes you're just bored. You got nothing better to do. Well, that's what happened in Edmond, Oklahoma. We're going to get to the bottom of that and find out how those.
Well, you got to have entertainment, D-Dog. You got to have entertainment, and if that means shooting up people, so be it.
Right. Sometimes you just put on one of those VR headsets and you start blasting, but you find out you really have a real gun in your hand. So it's a mess.
Okay. All right.
So we'll get to that and then enjoy our beverages along the way. What do you say?
I like it. Can you hear the ice jingling?
I hear that. It almost sounds like your cup is empty.
Well, it's getting close. I'm working on it, though.
It's getting close. You got something to fill it back up?
I do. You just have to listen. You go out to the garage.
Okay. On your way out to the garage.
You won't know. Okay.
All right. This is what we call behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, of what we need to do to go over getting our beverages right here on the Dates and Podcast. So let's start it out by talking about our good friend, Mayor Katie Wilson. She's 19 years old and running Seattle.
Nice.
Well, I don't know 19, but everybody my age, our age.
I thought you were 14, but I'll take your 19. Go ahead. That's fine.
Well, I'll share it with you. I'll split the difference. She's got 14-year-old politics going on.
Right.
So if you were to pull somebody out of middle school and say, what do you think about that kind of politics? This is the kind of answer you'll get. Answers that you get from the Honorable Katie Wilson. So what happened was she was caught in an interview where she flippantly waved Buh-Bye to all those people that are paying those exuberant tax rates that he wants to her on fine people of Seattle. And what's great about it is he's laughing, smiling, and waving, and all that kind of good stuff. And the Mr. Schultz, Howard Schultz of the Seattle Starbucks CEO, he said, "You're gonna say bye? Okay, bye. We're out too, right? We're gonna move down to Miami, Florida, where they actually."
It's a short flight to Miami. How long does it take to fly there, D-Man? Is it 3 hours?
From where?
Seattle?
From Seattle?
Is it 3 or 4 hour flight? And of course, he would fly private, so it might even take him that long.
Well, yeah, he's got a faster jet, probably.
How fast? No, here's a question though, D-Man. Mm-hmm. How fast can you move your money out of Washington State to Miami? That might take about a second. I think that would be a wire transfer, wouldn't it?
Probably faster than jet through a goose.
Yeah, I imagine that's pretty.
Yeah. So he's going to the sunny state of Miami, Florida, which, by the way, has no state income tax.
Yeah, that's right.
So already here's what I need to understand from you. You're the politician amongst us. You're like Jacques Cousteau when it comes to politics and history. Right? So you go to the bottom of the ocean. I want to hear your take on Mr. Schultz of Starbucks and his resident colleagues, which are the fine folks of Seattle, they voted this woman into office. Right?
Right.
They had to have known on some level, especially people with money. I mean, people like Howard Schultz. They get to where they are in life by making good decisions, well-informed decisions, calculated decisions. But it's the collective group of residents in Seattle that voted this woman into office, assuming there was a free and fair election. We don't know. I wasn't there to count the votes. Some might say, well, some got voted, by the dead. Some were voted by people on the planet Mars. But we don't know, and that's an arguable fact that we'll just never come to the conclusion of. But let's pretend for a moment that we do have a free and fair election, and the fine people of Seattle voted this woman in office. Why would Howard be among the group that would vote her into office and then decide to bail because, well, he's stuck with a tab? Hit me on that. What do you think about that there, John?
Okay, first of all, we don't know how Mr. Schultz voted.
True.
I'm not going to give him a pass because, of course, we have secret ballot in the United States, and so no one really knows. You can tell people who you voted for, but we'll never. We just know when people vote. We never know who they voted for.
Let me include there for a second, if I may. Seattle's been a very blue city for a very long time.
Right.
Mr. Schultz has been headquartered Starbucks in Seattle for a very long time. Now, Seattle is a nice city. Well, it used to be. I haven't been there in years, but when I was there 20, 30 years ago, so I'm dating myself, it was a nice city. It's got a lot of, theater and activities and whatever. But he had to have seen this coming living in the city. But anyway, sorry, go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt.
And that's actually, what I did? To prepare for this segment, I looked up. A lot of the libs today, they don't like billionaires. Okay, billionaires are bad. And I looked up the number of billionaires by state.
Bastards.
And in Washington State, there are 13 sons of bitches who are billionaires. Their entire net worth altogether, those 13 billionaires, is $180.3 billion. Why am I saying this? You could confiscate their entire wealth. Just take it all.
Right.
You still couldn't balance the budget in the state of Washington. So you could just say, if you're a billionaire, all your money is ours. We're just going to take it. We're going to steal it. And you would still not cover the deficit. So I'm doing that for my liberal friends who always seem like there's always some guy on the hill, rich man on the hill to take from. Outside of the fact that any of them could leave anytime they like, even if you were to manage to take all their wealth, you still would have a problem.
Right.
Okay.
I
just put that out there. So there's 13 of them.
Isn't that the amount of money that Iran loses every day in oil?
Yes.
Sorry, I
the
digress.
point is that the government's got a lot of money. We private citizens, we got a few bucks, but we really don't have much.
Right. Yeah.
Okay? Don't have a whole lot. Yeah.
Somehow or another, though, the government's got it all. That's the way they like it.
Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah, and they print it, so got some left. Yeah.
Yep. It's nice to own the printer.
Yes.
So as far as now, we all understand that you can't edit that part out. So we all understand that the reason why cities get to be this way is because it's a ripple effect, in politics, where you have the status quo, and then you have a bunch of folks that got the restless leg syndrome. They're lying there in bed. You know how you lie there in bed at night? Sometimes your leg twitches. You end up kicking, Mrs. G-Funk, and she ends up kicking you back, and you're like, sorry, baby, I didn't mean to do it. But it's a palsy because your leg just isn't. So you need change. You just need to do something different. Why? Because you're tired of the same old toast every morning with your coffee.
Right.
So you hire you don't hire, you vote somebody that's in office.
Change.
Change, yeah. Promising you a better day. Because yesterday is just the same day. It's not that it was a bad day. You just want a better day. When somebody, comes into office and says, hey, I'm gonna change it up for you and make it, rainbows and butterflies all day long. And they do one thing that's different. Push out a certain people with money, because people with money don't like taxes. I'll quote the great Dave Chappelle. When I was a kid, I was broke. But now I'm an adult, I want to keep my money.
Right.
Because I make money now. I've got a lot of money. I want to keep it. So
and it gets back to your point, D-Dog. You were asking, why does Schultz vote Democrat? And I'll tell you why. He and other billionaires are very mobile.
Allegedly, we don't know. I just give the man some credit.
But
to your point earlier,
the Democrats are after. They call them Henrys. High earner, not rich yet.
There you go.
High earner, not rich yet. They have less of an ability to lead than the Schultzes did. Now, of them will leave, and it will hurt, but they're hoping that the Henrys stay.
Howard.
Henry. I earned.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Freaking Mexican cocktail. My bad. All right. So,
that too.
That's right. I'm going to pour another one. All right. So Mr. Schultz is out. Henry is in.
Yes.
All right. Got it straight
now.
That's
right. Yeah. That's right. Schultz is out. Henry's in.
All right. And so now that we're going to have a, Starbucks in Miami, I kind of like that. I mean, I got to admit, I'm not one to pay $10 for a cup of coffee, but it is kind of fun to go into Starbucks. It's an event,
Yeah.
If you want to take your laptop in there and just, I know you don't do you in your private life, you go and do stuff that is outside of that kind of arrangement, get into that. But all I'm saying is that, somebody like me, for example, in my private life, I'd be the type that would go into Starbucks, have a cup of coffee, open my laptop, and do my thing.
Right.
But it doesn't change the fact that if I were Howard Schultz and had the money that he has, which is a little bit more than what you got, not much, a little bit more than what you got. I can't say that I'd want to fund the state of Washington because there's a smart-ass, smug, pain-in-the-ass bitch in office that wants to, basically give me the finger by saying, all right, well, I'll leave, F off.
And I would have a statement for her. You can try this one out with your liberal friends or others. Capital tends to flow where it's welcome.
I
know that doesn't make me a genius for saying that, but it is something that needs to be mentioned. Capital flows not where it's not welcomed. It tends to flow. It's kind of like a river. Rivers flow downhill. Capital flows where it's welcomed.
Very true.
It goes the other direction.
Very true. Yeah, and to my point that I was making earlier, my metaphorical, nonsensical point was, when you have the status quo and somebody comes in office, made brighter, yada yada, that ripple effect that I was talking about, what happens over time is that there's more and more and more and more that leans towards the people that just would rather have the quick fix, nice day tomorrow than the long-lasting, enduring day of next year. And so then you eventually push out all the people that are making that funding of what my late great-grandfather would call mental masturbation.
Right. Yes.
All those people get pushed out, right? So that you have nothing left but...
I'm not going to mention what my grandfather said about that. I'm going to leave that off air.
Off air? Well, you can say it and we can bleep out the bad part.
I'm afraid, he had a different way of saying the exact same thing, but I'm sorry, it's just not safe. But anyway, he had a different way of saying the same thing.
But what did he say? And I will bleep out any inappropriate words. Go ahead.
He basically said that eventually all you have is people that have their hand out, as opposed to, in other words, you have tax consumers as opposed to taxpayers. And that's all I'm going to say. I can't tell you what he really said because you never know. You might slip up and not delete it. And I still have to sell insurance. So, yeah. But he had the same wisdom that your grandfather had, just in a different state and a different experience. But it meant the exact same.
Mental masturbation, right.
It meant, okay, all the little monkeys over there not making any money, they still want theirs.
Right.
There's just one asshole paying everybody, wondering where it went.
That's right.
And then he just left 10 minutes ago. He's gone. Now you're by yourself. There you go. All right, y'all.
And the Russian Lenin, was it Lenin that coined the phrase "useful idiots"?
Yes, that comes from Vladimir Lenin, and he's right.
Yeah.
When you want to grow government, a useful idiot is so useful.
Right. Somebody who argues for those people.
Yeah, and we've got the squad. There's 4 useful idiots right there that just preach the gospel, baby.
That's right. Good. And it's great. And the thing is like a city like Seattle that's got everything, kind of like Detroit. Because remember, Detroit back in the 30s and 40s was
absolutely.
Yep. And the car companies came along, and it was a booming, high top drawer. Let's call it, type of city, and then it just kind of fizzled out like a fart in the wind in the 70s and 80s.
So I do have to say, in light of talking about Detroit and Seattle, given that I do not live in the state of Washington, I am okay with socialist. You know how to fix a socialist? You let them experience socialism.
That's true.
And so I have a theory: if we let Seattle go all the way out there, we might have a red city one day.
Maybe. I still I use your you made comment. I keep pointing to Detroit because of your scholastic instruction, which I've taken home,
It is
and I've
the case. Detroit is great. Yes, it is a perfect city. Right?
it's great. It's great. But Detroit, the people of Detroit now, they're awesome. Now the
All
leader,
four,
what's that?
all four of them.
Right. Well, there used to be 8, but they have some downsizing.
Yeah.
But the leadership, because we're not going to blame.
hmm
But see, I was getting ready to say you can't blame the people, and I don't want to blame the people, and I'm not saying the people are bad. It's just that these people get voted into office because of, well, let's say, I don't know, votes. Assuming we have a free and fair election, I'm going to keep going back to that point.
Right.
I'm one of those, I don't want to dare say conspiracy theorist, but, there's no check and balance as far as voting is concerned. And I know that our current administration is trying to get there, but I don't know it's good enough.
Yeah.
And how is it ever?
Possible that there's fraud, but I still believe in states running their own elections. And essentially that's the people. Let's say Seattle's elections aren't fair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's Seattle's problem. And they need to protest and make their voices heard and ask for fair elections. I don't see where it's North Carolina's problem or Delaware's problem.
I totally understand that. But when you're voting for the leader of those lands,
I know.
It's kind of a quagmire. As
Some people might say it's a Democrat machine in Seattle, and they might be right. Yeah, it could be that there's a machine that's got a lot of inertia, and they've been winning a long time. And yes, they can probably handle the opposition every time.
Right. I'm just saying, you're getting back to your Detroit euphemism,
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, the rapper, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and all them. He once said in one of his songs called "The Watcher," he said, "How much Tupac in you do you have?" Because Tupac, well, if you remember, he was a little bit loose-lipped, and "loose-lipped sink ships" was one of his lyrics in one of his songs, and
Right.
He kind of went about the mouth the wrong way, and talked to the wrong people, and the wrong people found him, and
Wound up dead. Yeah.
magically. I mean, I don't want to say magically, but unfortunately, in Las Vegas, and nobody seems to know. Well, gee whiz, why? No, because he just ran his mouth too much and just went redline. And you know what? When you redline an engine in your car, engine blows up.
Well, and also
They did that in Detroit.
Write checks with your mouth that your body can't cash. Sometimes that
Top
happens.
Gun, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes you might be out. You're running your mouth like you got an Uzi in your hand and you have a knife.
Right.
It just
And you never bring a knife to a gunfight.
Right.
All right. So.
All right. Seattle figured out then, huh?
Yeah, I think we've beaten this dead horse to some sort of a mince potpourri, liquid.
By the way, dog, how many billionaires do you think are in South Carolina?
Besides you,
One. I don't know who it is. We got one.
It's G Dog.
How many are in Mississippi? Zero.
I'm trying to think. No.
There aren't. I'm looking. There's none in Alabama either. Now Delaware, you ain't got none either. So don't. Anyway.
I got 999. I'll leave it.
All right. Yeah, you didn't want to show off. You stayed up. Okay.
I got class, G.
All right. Fair enough.
Well, speaking of class, we should be classy and give a minute or two to our supporters who support this fine show of the 50 Shades of Beer podcast. Let's give them a minute and give them a second to do their thing and say their piece, and we'll be back right after this.
Right.
What if your business could respond to customers, qualify leads, answer questions, and automate repetitive work? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? That's what Xandermar can help you build. Xandermar creates practical AI solutions designed around the way your business actually works. From intelligent website assistance and automated lead generation to workflow automation that saves time and helps your team focus on what matters most. And if your website needs serious technical expertise, Xandermar also provides professional Drupal development, website modernization, hosting, migrations, upgrades, and custom digital solutions. Whether you're a law firm, service provider, small business, or enterprise, Xandermar can help you put AI and modern web technology to work. Stop letting good leads slip away. Visit Xandermar.com today and schedule your free AI consultation. That's Xandermar.com. Xandermar. Build smarter, work smarter, grow smarter.
And back fresh in, like fresh a loaf of bread. We have G-Funk here. G-Funk, you still with us, brother?
I'm here, loud and clear.
Are you sloppy drunk yet?
Getting there, but not yet.
On your High Sierra beer?
Staying sharp for my listeners.
Sharp, like Al Sharpton?
Yep.
All right.
Sharpton, drinking my Blue Moons.
Blue Moons. See,
Yep.
Did I rub off on you? Because I was drinking Blue Moons a couple episodes ago.
I can have Blue Moons. I just can't have 6 of them. They're too heavy. But I enjoy the first few.
You put an orange in yours?
No, but my bride does. But I do not.
Mrs. G-Funk does?
I'm not judging anybody that uses orange. I just don't. It's okay.
Dude, you got to get your vitamin D.
I thought it was C. Well, maybe so.
That too.
Fair. Yeah. Those CND, whatever it took.
Whatever it takes. Speaking about nutrition, we got bread.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'll take some bread. You got some for me?
I got a stack of bread. It's sitting at the bank. But
Nice.
so here's the thing we have here. There was a fine fellow driving his bread truck, well, bakery truck, near Newark Liberty International Airport. Which, by the way, Newark. We're not trying to offend anybody. Newark is a fine, lovely town. As long as you look at it from Google Maps. If you're there, if once you get into Newark, you find out that Google lies. And there is more to the truth, as our great late friend Paul Harvey used to say. The rest of the story is actual visual acknowledgement. We'll leave that to people who visit Newark. I'm going to have a little...
I thought I heard New Jersey was the armpit of the North. Is that true, D-Dog?
New Jersey, I think is that's another state. So as far as the bread story goes, we have pilots and bread.
Okay.
What happened here is we had a gentleman driving a truck, just doing his thing, and a plane, a very large plane, decides to crash on his. Well, he didn't crash, but hit the top of his truck.
Just the wheels, D-Dog. Just the wheels. He let them down too early. So what?
Right. It's like just the tip. Just see how it feels, But it was the wheels.
So excited. I let the wheels down a little early.
Just to see. Yep. Right. So, it was flight 169. Maybe it was a long flight. They were coming from Italy. You know that?
Ooh, that explains it. Okay.
So, let me ask you a question. If you and Mrs. G-Funk were vacationing in Venice, Italy, would you want to take a flight to New Jersey?
No.
just a long way away from the home plate. But, well, that's what happened. A lot of these people in Italy decided, you know what, this is a good day to go to New Jersey, USA, because there's not many other places that are great. At least that's what the people at the brochure said, at the travel agency. And they said,
you're
New Jerseyano, you got the Pavanos, you got the Paisanos in New Jersey. You're going to go see them and have a good time with the mozzarella and some pizza. And so,
What? Yeah, Snooki. She's from New Jersey, ain't she?
She's Italian.
Okay.
Right. So what happened was the plane hit a pole, a light pole, and hit a bakery truck. And it's the middle of the afternoon. It's not like it was dark and rainy and whatever else like that. And it was a clear day. It's not like, maybe there was a couple of glasses of vino going on or whatever, but damn it, the 221 passengers were unharmed, if you can believe it. The bread truck guy shit his pants.
Right.
Yes. If you were driving a truck, you remember what it was, back in the day, you were driving trucks and vans and people around of the airline persuasion. And suppose the van that you were driving for some hotel was hit by a freaking plane.
Well, I don't think plane wheels react well to vans, do they?
No, it's the other way around. Vans don't react well to plane wheels coming down at 300 miles an hour.
Win. So the plane won. The van lost?
Every time.
Okay. Okay.
Now, you can be honest. If you were driving a van full of whomever from the wherever hotel, 20 some odd years, almost 30 years ago, you probably would have shit your pants too, right?
Oh yeah, and the crew would have probably shit their pants.
Right.
Yeah.
So then you get out and go, son of a bitch. And you know what? The plane didn't even have the common respect to stop and turn around and find out if everybody's okay. Just went and landed on the damn airport tarmac and unloaded like it was nothing.
Do you hear something?
Huh?
I heard anything. What is it?
Yeah. Little thump. Squirrel. Oh, I know. You know the co-pilot.
That pilot went. I didn't see anything, dude. Just land the damn plane. I heard something. I have no idea. Just keep going.
Another idea was the co-pilot just said it was a cat.
Yep.
Thump. So yeah, this dude, his truck flipped over, flour everywhere, and cops showed up, and this poor guy gets out of his truck and had powder all over himself, and he was arrested for snorting cocaine.
Wow, I believe it. Yeah.
This is the farce. Okay, I'm kidding, but this is the funny story. All right, just kind of making it up as we go. Yeah. The poor guy, was just arrested. They took him in and they arrested him for, doing coke.
That's probably, that's the place to start. You're like either wheels hit a van or that guy's on coke. One of the two.
Right. The stick-up driver. You remember the movie Goodfellas? The stick-up driver, he was the one that two people
stole my truck. Can you believe that?
Right. So anyway, that was wrong, and it shouldn't have happened. They didn't mean to arrest him.
Right. He was from New Jersey, though. That's why we remember that. He's a New Jersey truck driver.
Do they call them New Jerseyans or Jerseyites or Jersey
I think they call them armpit of the North is what I thought. That's what I was told in college.
Yeah.
It could be wrong, though. It could. I'll be honest with you. I like New Jersey. I've driven through there.
No, you don't.
Garden State. It's great.
Listen, I have investments in New Jersey, and I don't like New Jersey.
Okay. Oh, wow. You're just going to go there then. All right.
I don't.
I have no investments in New Jersey, but, I just don't want, don't want the hassle.
Well, all right. So I love New Jersey, too. I don't want the hassle either.
There it is.
So I think that New Jersey learned its lesson.
Yes.
Give a wider berth to planes coming from Italy.
Yes.
Bakery trucks. Schmidt bakery trucks. At least it wasn't Schmidt housing because
yeah,
you don't want anybody hitting the Schmidt house.
Can I ask a question, though? Why is an airport that close to a bridge?
Well, it's ingenious engineering. That's what that's about. Because how many times have you heard of, especially what was it, back in 1970, 78? I don't know, and a bunch of people are going to yell at me, but I think it was the 14th Street Bridge in D.C.,
right,
where a plane hit the bridge in the middle of a snowstorm. I don't have my ears off. I might even have my edit that shit. Might even have my ear off. And my bridge, my city. No, I know it was D.C.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. But a bridge, a plane went down, and it was D.C. And it's just because it was right next to a road. You're absolutely right. I don't get who was the fool who decided to put a road right next on.
Now I know it's tight, but I'm just saying. This reminds me of remember when there's a military airport and a civilian airport right there in D.C. and they don't talk to each other.
No, and they have helicopters flying around all the time in other planes.
Here again, I know it's easy for me to Monday morning quarterback and come after the fact, but all right, put the damn military one someplace else.
You'd think. Kind of like
we don't need everything in one area.
Like Charleston Air Force Base at Charleston Airport. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
Get it out, folks.
It's called a certain senator, decided to spend, make more of a profit on I-95 back in the 70s.
I appreciate that. Dog, I can. I understand. Every now and then you just got to make a little money. I understand.
You got to feed your kids. Especially
it's tough out there, man. It's tough for everybody.
It is. Man, especially when you're 72 and having kids.
Yeah. I think he was 80 when he had his last one.
And half of them turn up missing in 5 points.
Yeah. Well, I know. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Now I'm not laughing at that situation. I'm giggling because the man can't seem to keep his zipper zipped up. I mean,
they call him Sperm instead of Strom. They call him Sperm. That was just his nickname because apparently his guys swam great.
Was it Strom Sperman?
Well, it's Sperm Thurman instead of Strom. They just changed it to Sperm Thurman. All right. Now I will tell you that I have family members that voted for Strom Thurman, and I'm a big fan.
Right.
So I want to X that out. I don't want the Thurman mob on us either. Because they're pretty powerful down here.
He was a good man. He was
absolutely made very good decisions most of the time. Yes.
Right. Kind of like Lou Holtz. He except for the first season, he did pretty good.
Oh, I love me some Lou Holtz, man.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me started.
Yep.
After he's done speaking, I want to put on a helmet and run out on the field now at 52. Bam!
I'm gonna call you Rudy.
Yep, and they'll go, look, oh, there he goes down. Yep, don't do it, Rudy.
You know what? Here's the thing, and here's the sad part, right? You have, and I will give you. This is just as a little gift for our audience.
Okay.
So G-Dog, you've got all the heart and spirit and knowledge of football that Rudy Rudiger had. Daniel Rudiger, if I want to be really specific, right?
Sure.
And the dude, did what he had to do to play for Great Notre Dame.
That's right.
And I'll be honest, so just to pull back the curtain, just halfway, not all the way back, but halfway back, one of my main interests of playing football was because of our, team mascot here, our G-Funk, being you. I wanted to play football. And, of course, I knew nothing about football. Now,
but you had the size, D-Man. You had it.
Well,
you had the size. You could have done it.
I had no choice. And G-Funk, dude, you knew how to play, and I did not. And it was, it was the I guess looking back on it, the enjoyable part and the fun part, or just kind of comical, I guess, if you want to make fun of the whole situation, is football being thrown over G-Funk's head while D-Man is just running the wrong damn direction.
Yeah. Yes. Well,
because they could told me the damn play 8 times, and I'd still run the wrong damn way, and I'd pick people up and throw them down on the ground. You can't do that to offense.
If I'd have had D-Man's size, I think I might have been able to be varsity, maybe even play college. I don't know, though. They're so big today, even that's not tall enough. They're just so damn big today.
And they are.
Back in the early 90s,
right,
might have been able to play.
Before there was internet and proof.
Yeah, that's right. Before there was internet. Because they used to just relish me running my route. They used to knock me in the next week. They're like, here he comes again. Bam!
He thinks he's going to scratch me.
Look at this guy. He thinks he can catch. Bam!
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Run on over here again. Run your little route on over here again. Bam!
Right. And I will say, though, karma is a bitch, because not that anybody deserves to get the forever nap, but the one coach that hated me the most, and I'm not going to mention names out of respect, because the guy was a good guy, just hated me. He shook my damn helmet back and forth. He grabbed my shoulder pads, and he shook me around and yelled and screamed at me, called me names, made a few comments about my mother and everything else like that.
Yeah.
Even back then, when I was 17, I thought maybe he had a little bit of high blood pressure going on, by the way he acted. And that bastard didn't make it past his mid-40s.
Oh, now I remember Fly.
Now, if I was rich and I was thinking about my son, like if I was either richer or poor, but if I was richer or a son,
if you were King Richard and you had a son,
yeah,
you were close to that guy.
And if I was more richer, like richer and then his son, richer son,
would I see this individual in an annual in the year of graduation?
Yes, around that time.
What I am surprised. Oh, thin fella, right?
Yeah,
kind of short but thin.
Yeah,
yeah. He suspended me. I probably deserved it. I was talking, but he suspended me for the second to last game.
Yeah,
I was talking when he was talking. He was right.
Right.
But I am man. He died that young, huh?
Yep. But you know what? It didn't help much.
You might have told me and I wasn't listening. That's always possible too.
It's typical. So I do remember, because my first and only year of football was 9th grade.
Yeah.
And I remember at the end of the football season, when I'd gone to every practice, and at least at the time I thought I put it in my,
Yeah.
I at least understood which direction to run at some point.
Right. Yeah.
I remember getting so angry because the guy that was playing my position first string kept screwing up one particular game, and I yelled over to the coach and called him a dick, because I said, I could have been me out there, but you're too much of a dumbass, because I was just so angry and whatever else like that. And how I pitch a fit, right?
Right.
And I never do that, but I was that angry because it was the last game I could have played. And, I heard it from him, and then I basically gave it back to him, and I told him, you just, back off these nuts, basically,
Right.
And
right.
And I was for sure never going to be on that team again. But at the same time, I didn't want to be on it, because I knew that I was nuking that damn bridge.
I wouldn't worry about that. Yeah, that was already gone. That's surprising, though, that that guy was the thin fella. I know
Jerry.
He's slight heavy set.
Remember the movie Jerry Maguire? Well,
Yep.
just not McGuire. Just remember Jerry, and then if you were rich, and then richer than your son.
I got you. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying any names.
No, we're not saying any names at all. I'll have to look that.
It would be indecent.
Yes, it would.
Yep.
And not right.
Exactly. And we're Christians on this freaking show.
Right. That's right. Don't do skullduggery.
Speaking of Christians and skullduggery, we're going to let the fine people that have decided to pay bills for baby daddy and baby mama
Good.
Yeah, they're going to do their thing. They're going to spill out a little bit of knowledge about their company and what they're going to do, and they're going to do best for you as the customer. And they're going to do a little bit of business tweakery. Is that a good word?
Absolutely. Fire away.
All right, we're going to do it. We'll be back right after this.
There's something special about Delaware. The quiet beauty of the marshes, a sunset over the bay, wildlife along the shoreline, and those familiar coastal scenes that instantly feel like home. At Delaware Canvas Art, we capture the beauty of the first state and bring it to your walls. Our collection features Delaware-inspired landscapes, wildlife, beaches, and coastal scenes, beautifully reproduced on premium, gallery-wrapped canvas, ready to hang in your home, beach house, or office. They also make a memorable gift for anyone who loves Delaware. Bring a little bit of the coast home with you. Visit DelawareCanvasArt.com today to explore the collection and find the perfect piece for your space. That's DelawareCanvasArt.com. Delaware Canvas Art, bringing the beauty of Delaware to life.
G-Funk, we are back once again for our third and final segment here. I'm using the word segment. You told me to use segments, right?
Right.
All right. So
Sounds good.
we're back at it. Are you ready to go?
Ready to go. Ready like Freddy.
Ready like Freddy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's what we're going to do. This is the odds and ends segment.
Okay.
Yep. And when we get to this point, this is when I start slurring. Pay attention. Keep up.
Okay.
I'm going to sip. Hold on. So my Mexican cocktail / beer is dwindling. So is my motor skills. And the 10 things men should never do. G-Funk, hit me with one of them. We got 10 to do. Go ahead.
The first thing a man should never do is drink through a straw by himself.
It's true. I get that.
I try to keep it clean.
Especially a big straw.
Correct.
Big wide straw.
Now with date, you can drink you can drink with your date through a straw, but by yourself you should just not use those.
And especially those straws that are shaped in any particular fashion. It's
Correct.
not just straight up and down. That's wrong. I get it. I'll give you another one. You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Sending unsolicited shirtless mirror selfies with dirty bathroom backgrounds. You don't want to do that.
No. Bad.
Yeah. Even when you know people, you don't do that.
No one wants to see it.
Mm-mm. You know what another one is?
What's that?
So you know how we use Teams, right? And you're working and you're in the corporate environment.
Right.
You never want to do as a man. You never want. It doesn't matter who's on the phone, but you don't want to be on camera in front of, let's say, 30 people at a government agency.
No.
You're talking about ethics, masturbating on camera. You don't want to do that as a man.
Don't they call him Jerk Chicken now?
They call him Yankee.
He's from CNN.
That's right.
Forget his name. Dark-haired fella.
Yeah. I'm starting to realize I've been talking to the wrong damn mic this whole freaking time. Hang on a second. Yep, see, I'm moving the mic. There you go. See, I'm talking through the right. God damn it. Hold on. All right. You there?
I'm here.
I've been talking this whole damn time. I've been talking through the wrong fucking microphone.
I've heard you fine.
All right.
Yeah, you sound the same. I'm serious. I think you did fine.
All right. There's a big chunk we're going to edit out here. All right. Where were we? Jerking off at work. All right.
We've done 2 of the 10 things men should never do.
Okay.
And D-Dog is going to get us on most of these. I will try to come up with a few on my own, but I have to pray on it.
All right.
Yeah.
I do have a third one. You ready? Can I submit the third one?
Submit away.
A thing a man should never do to his wife is start any sentence with, "Look here."
Agreed.
That goes nowhere fast.
I agree with that.
All right. What would you say would be number 4?
Here's another. All right, so going to your theme, a man should never end it with "Don't make me repeat myself."
Yeah, that doesn't go anywhere well either.
Nowhere, quick.
Mm-hmm.
That just doesn't end well.
It doesn't.
The whole. It's not going to happen, dude. That's a Hail Mary.
Mm-mm.
That will never be caught.
Right. I can give you a fifth one. You ready for the fifth one?
Lay it on me.
All right. The fifth thing a man should never do is while standing at a fast food restaurant and somebody's making your food in front of you, say at Chipotle,
Okay.
spout derogatory comments about the chef's mother.
I agree with that.
You don't want to have the sickness.
No. But another. Okay. All right. So you got my little creative juices here going. Let's say there's a giant windstorm blowing in your direction.
Okay. All right. It was pretty windy today, by the way.
Don't urinate against it.
It's like peeing in a fan. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, don't piss in the wind. A very extreme wind. Might be one.
That is a very close second to number 7, which is never, ever make love to a bear trap.
No.
Men
Big
don't
trouble.
do that.
No.
Women can somehow make it, erotic, but men never do.
No. Bad to see.
Right.
See.
Yep.
We're getting down to 3. What, we had 2 left?
We have 3 left, actually, 8, 9, and 10.
Good. Okay. All right.
Great.
Don't leave them out. Now, don't be cheating the audience here.
That's right.
I know what it is.
Tell me.
I think that D-Dog should not ride his wave runner through the Strait of Hormuz right now.
But those John boats can't catch me.
I think you could probably get away with it.
Those little 60 horsepower Evinrudes, they can't keep up.
Okay. Go back and forth. Just go back and forth, man.
Yeah. You can actually throw rocks at them, and still be faster than them, just get away.
All right, we have 2 left.
All right, we got 2 left. We're going to do this. We're going to finish strong. Number 9, 10 things that men should never do is, I'll give you this one because it's kind of a gimme, but it's stupid. Explaining basic things to women who clearly know more than they do.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
That's something you don't want to do. You don't want to say, look, you start by tying your left shoe by making a tree. You don't do that.
Bad idea. Don't mansplain.
Don't mansplain to a woman, especially the woman who feeds you.
Yep. All right. So here's the final of the 10.
Hit me.
Do not defecate where you eat. Keep it simple. Don't do that.
Words for us all. Never.
Which type? Number 9 that you mentioned, right? So
Right.
Don't defecate where you eat.
Because you know why?
You don't want to eat defecation.
Well, shit happens.
That's right. It does. So just not near your plate.
Right. So once we've gotten past that, the great Buh-Bye,
Yes.
it's a better place. And the thing is that, gee whiz, you don't want to make, there's a repetitive theme here we keep doing, right? With the things men shouldn't do. And it's probably going to be encapsulated in one sentence. Don't piss off the woman that is going to make
Correct.
your life better. And
Most of them are that, but
Right.
there's other things they shouldn't do, but most of them are those. Yeah.
98% of things you shouldn't do is piss your woman off, whether she's your girlfriend, your wife, or whomever. You don't piss off your woman because it just raises your high blood pressure even higher.
Hey, not good for your health.
So,
A man who loves his wife loves himself.
right. But women,
That's just not smart.
women know how, exactly. Women know how to kill you. You know how they do that? They don't get out a gun. Sophisticated, classy women, right? Like Mrs. G Funk and Mrs. D Man, right? They don't get out guns and knives or hire hit people or anything else. All they do, they raise your blood pressure because they know that shit's going to kill you someday.
Yep. Mine's trying to kill me by 60. She's
Yep.
right there.
Stress, dead. Right. So,
All right, what other options do we have, D-Dog? I'm sure we got some.
we've got Iran. And I ran so far away. So, no, we've got to update our hundreds and thousands of listeners.
Yes.
That we need to let them know what's going on with Hormuz and the Strait thereof. So we have Hormuz updates.
Okay.
So here's the thing. The Strait of Hormuz, as you know, has been a little bit in turmoil. Well,
Right.
The leader of the free world decided he was going to say, you know what, we're going to do a humanitarian exercise, and we're going to open the Strait of Hormuz by force. And I'm thinking to myself, and I even said to Mrs. D-Man earlier,
Yeah.
why didn't they do this sooner? Why didn't they just say, you know what?
I think the same thing. It's easy for us to say that now, but I'm like,
I'm gonna
that would have number one.
There's an audio. Wait, hold on. There's an audio thing I'm going to throw in here, right? This is what Trump should have done, and this is an audio explanation. You're going to hear it in a second. He should have walked in the room, unzipped his fly, and said, "Listen, this is what's going to happen." Oop. Did you hear the thump?
I think so.
That's
I
what
heard him fumbling. Blah, 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 blah. That's all I heard.
he's old. Give him a break. Anyway, he was trying to use a show of force. All right. And he was going to make everything better by saying, all right, we're going to do humanitarian efforts and whatever and change the world and make everybody get their
I
gas.
would have done in the beginning. And he goes, oops.
Yeah. Oops a daisy. They're blowing up the UAE for crying out loud.
I thought I'd light them up and they'd all bow down to me. Damn it.
But why would you light up the UAE?
Well, no.
The Iranians. The Iranians are.
But no, I have to push back there. The Iranians mess with the United Arab Emirates.
Right.
And as a response to that, the entire Gulf region that are Sunni, the left, right? The left, we got Saudi Arabia. All the Gulf states other than Iran are Sunni.
Talk
right?
about pissing in your own cornflakes.
They're all pissed off at them. And the UAE, you need to tell your listeners, are no longer a part of OPEC. That's huge.
They did. They left. What was it, last week?
They'll produce they're not going to restrict oil anymore. They're going to make money. And that's that. I think 6 months from now, y'all going to love this. 6 months from now, it'll be so good that nobody's going to talk about it. Everybody's going to have $2 gas, and we'll be talking about something else. That's the problem. Whenever you solve problems, nobody cares anymore. Are we talking about immigration? No, because it's fixed. Nobody cares about immigration.
Or Tim Walz from Minnesota.
That's right. Nobody's talking about it anymore.
Mm-mm. Now, have you noticed the eye bags on Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian?
Well, no, Khomeini?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Whatever. No, the president. Not the Supreme Pizza. I'm talking about the Iranian president. I guess he's a notch down from the Supreme Pizza.
I know they're all running for the hills.
His eye bags get bigger and bigger.
Well, he's got a lot on his mind.
I think so. It's called not wanting to have a Patriot missile suppository happen.
If G-Funk was an Iranian official, I'd be sitting in Moscow right now going, I've always liked you, Vladimir.
That's right. Let's have some more vodka, shall we?
Right on over here. I'll just garden over here. This place is great, dude.
And knowing you, G-Dog, I knew you'd say, Vladimir, look, I've never been much of a vodka person, but I'm willing to try.
I'm willing to try. Yeah, I'll do it. And, I'll go to every Russian dance there is. I'm in.
That's right,
baby. I'm a Russian national. I love it.
That's right. Ostrovia.
Either that or China. I think Russia might be more fun than China.
I think so too.
I'd be like, I think I'll do Russia.
So I do have a friend of mine who is married to a Lithuanian girl.
Close enough.
In the world outside of 50 Shades of Grey 50 Shades of Beer podcast.
That's how I got. Okay, all right, go ahead.
He's married to. I'm gonna bleep all that shit out. Anyway, he's married to a Russian girl, and damn it, backlash. They love Russia. Dude's from Missouri, and he's Mexican. And he's married to a Russian girl. I don't know how that shit works, but somehow it does. And they're both nice people. I've known them for a while now. And
they're great. They just don't like their leader.
Yeah, but it's not that they. Here's the weird part. It's not that they don't like their leader. They don't like the life that they have to live. Now, if I didn't like this is where kind of drawing a line from one dot to another kind of works out. Because if I didn't like how my life was, I would probably bitch and moan about the politicians. Well, they don't seem to do that. They seem to love our friend Vladimir. And
no, well, I'm not sure about all that. I think they just they have to love him.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what poll you're talking, but no, they're pretty much.
I'm not talking about Polish people.
Oh yeah, no, I like him. Yeah, I like to live. I like him. Yeah.
All right. Well, there's that piece
I
that
remember a riot at an election, man. Okay, they had an election one time, and Saddam Hussein says, "Look, I was freely elected." And it's a public election.
in
And
1988.
you walk into the poll and they say you can vote for Saddam Hussein or not Saddam Hussein. And there's two guys with guns pointing them at you. Saddam's my man. I've always liked him.
Go ahead.
He won 99-1. I don't know who the 1% was that didn't vote for him. They probably died. But
I was going to say, that was the one day where somebody died election day.
Yeah. They're like, yep, we love Saddam. I think Vladimir is probably the same way. I think there's a little bit of cooking in there.
Yeah.
So trust that.
It's what you call 38 caliber vasectomy.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, we're going to persuade you today.
Right. End of days Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that is the Strait of Hormuz.
Yep.
So wrapping this diarrhea up is the fact that the Strait of Hormuz is being clinched, and it seems like Donald Trump is playing the long game because he's a golfer, and and he is saying, all right, listen, let's just cut the jugular and sit back and watch them bleed for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's cut off their bread and butter, and there's 68 ships full of oil that can't go anywhere because, well, they're having a United States enema.
Right.
And Iran is having a hard time with that because they're losing. What was the number you gave me earlier about the rich people in Seattle?
Oh, yeah.
168 billion?
That's all of them together.
Right.
Okay? That's I think I'm using that per day, and they're not exactly wealthy like us. So, yeah, that's a big loss.
Yeah. And that's what all the bearded wonder men over in Iran are losing on a daily basis.
Yes.
And
the mullahs. Correct.
The mullahs, yeah. And when you have somebody to report to, because, you watch Goodfellas and you watch The Sopranos, you got to kick money upstairs.
Yep.
And when you're an organization such as Iran and their leadership, and they're under the guise of, we're religious and you'll bow down and respect my authority.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to not end well for people who don't kick money upstairs.
Right. And if you don't, there's an old say, if you don't pay, it doesn't matter who you are. If you don't pay the soldiers, they tend to not defend.
Yeah. They right. And their aim gets off, and their aim ends up, aiming towards you.
Yeah. You realize you got to pay the soldiers, right? In the end, you have to pay them.
Right.
They don't work for free. We would love it if they did, but they don't. Nope.
And you can't pay them with food stamps or get out of jail free cards.
Yeah, you can't pay them in Allah Akbars. They take dinero. And matter of fact, they probably won't take the Iranian rial. They'll say, yeah, can we have some U.S. dollars, please?
This isn't worth shit. We want dollars.
I'll take a dollar. I know they're our enemy, but that's what I need. Because this club won't take anything but dollars.
Right.
So,
and the old adage, you keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Correct.
Right. And
that is always the case.
And that starts with $1. Speaking of dollars and cents, it was very senseless, but, well, worth reporting that in Oklahoma, by the way, yours truly has been to Oklahoma.
You have. I've always wanted to visit Oklahoma. I've never been. I love I love the state, but never been there.
I went to Oklahoma and I was there for 6 months. And you know what I found out about Oklahoma?
A lot of wide open spaces.
The best part of Oklahoma is getting to the airport and leaving.
Oh, don't say it. You probably never saw a bunch of stuff.
That's because I don't have the same appreciation for Oklahoma as Oklahomans do. The ones that live there. The ones that they get up every morning, look around their front porch and go, damn, I love this. I don't have that appreciation. I wish I did, but I don't. And that's where I'm a failure. Right.
Well, that's okay. You were young and you probably like, let me do my time and we'll get on out.
Right.
I might have done the same thing. Well, okay, ain't got no time for sightseeing. Let's get out of here.
So could you imagine getting a prostatectomy by Michael Clark Duncan the old-fashioned way? That's what Oklahoma is.
Oh, my goodness.
Right. So anyway,
Aye.
It's bad. Oklahoma.
But I mean, wait a second. Who's the country singer that just died? He's from Oklahoma. Damn.
Irwin Williams.
A boot in your ass. It's the American way. Toby Keith. He's from Oklahoma, man.
He died last year.
Well, what the hell, man? I'm sure he had fun. He knows how to have fun, drink. I'm
Well-
sure they got honky tonks.
What'd you call me?
Honky tonks.
Call me a honky?
Yeah, well, you can go to one.
We could. So what happened was there was a lake shooting.
Okay.
Apparently a nut job shot 13 people, or at least 13 people were hospitalized at a party at a lake in Oklahoma. I mean, what could go wrong? I mean, it was Arcadia Lake in Edmond, Oklahoma. I mean, can't go wrong with a place called Edmond, Oklahoma. Now, do you know when I was there? I was there in 1995, right?
Okay.
21 years, 31 years ago, I was in, Altus, Oklahoma. And I was there for a little bit of R&R with the Paper Airplane Club. And we went to this place called Lake Altus. You ever heard of Altus, Oklahoma?
I have not, but I'm sure it's nice.
It's about where 3, maybe 4 people go to vacation. If they just want to go somewhere different.
Okay.
All
right.
So Lake Altus, it's a pretty good sized lake. It's not as big as, say, lakes in South Carolina that you might be familiar with, but
okay,
it's a pretty good sized lake. But the catcher is that Lake Altus doesn't get any deeper than, say, 5 feet. Why?
Ooh.
I didn't know this either, because in Oklahoma, they have a lot of these lakes, and they're called irrigation lakes. Basically designed by these tractors that dig a big crater in the ground that collect water. Why? Because when it rains, they want to have holding tanks, basically, for their irrigation, for their massive acres of farm, right?
I think it makes sense to me.
Makes sense. Makes sense, and dollars, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you want to get drunk in Oklahoma, what you do is you go to one of these irrigation lakes, and you go out in the middle of the lake because you're daring and you're just going to be crazy, and you're going to go out in the deep end, and you still can't get any deeper than, say, your belly button, and you're 3 sheets of the wind, and, well, that's just what people do in Oklahoma, because that's it.
That's like fun to me.
It is the first 13, 14, 80 times you do it, and then you just
then it's kind of boring.
And you want to shoot people, and this is what we have here in this story. 13 people apparently shot by a bored irrigation lake goer.
Damn it.
Killed, well, I didn't say killed people, but 13 patients were hospitalized in connection to the shooting.
Oh, no.
I don't want to say rap music was involved, but it might have been.
What was the motivation of the shooter?
Rap music.
Oh.
The lake party in Oklahoma, 30 teenagers to 30 years old. I mean, that's the age group, right? So you had people that were 15, 16, why they were hanging out with 30-year-olds. Maybe that was the problem.
Could have been. Yeah.
Could have been.
That could have happened.
The youngest victim was 16, and it doesn't say, the oldest was 30. So there was exactly that 16 to 30 age span.
30-year-old in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, listen to this.
You had it all, didn't you? You put some Tito's in there.
Tito's, the Mexican hoopla.
Oh, yeah.
So
All night.
7 were hospitalized.
Ouch.
And 3 were listed in critical condition or in serious. Why? Because they were hanging out at a dumbass lake in Oklahoma. That's why. I would shoot you too, man. If you and I, it's all we had to do was hang out in the lake in Oklahoma, I'd get bored enough and I would shoot you. I'm sorry. I like you, G-Dog, but, I'd get bored.
I just think that's a low blow. If we're all hanging out at Lake Murray, having a good time, and some jackass just starts shooting people, I think that's uncalled for.
But that's a better party. It's a bigger lake. There's more things to do. You can go to 5 Points, for Christ's sake. You can go to Target or Walmart or something. Oklahoma, you just shoot
Dude,
people.
they got honky tonks there, dude. I told you that. You got to look.
No, they don't. Listen, you know what I know about Oklahoma?
You stayed on base. You should have looked.
Oklahoma is cornfield.
Why do they call them the Sooners?
Because they sooner leave than later.
No, they got to the. I told you this. Why do they call them Sooners, Dan?
Tell me. And stop calling me Dan.
D-Dog.
Dickhead.
This is our listeners. I'm trying to keep this educational. Okay. It was so much. There was more people, and they lined everybody up, and it just so all the people that got there sooner got the land, and they got there sooner and got their tracts of land. That's it. They call them Oklahoma Sooners. Got their. See that? I'm full of useless information, man.
being that they being that they have horseshit that covers their land.
They do.
I will tell you this though, and you know what's the truth?
What's that?
The people in Florida, the Seminoles. Did you know they're originally from Oklahoma?
Oh, I believe it. Well, I had thought that a lot of those Native American tribes were forced into Oklahoma,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they were originally from Florida, Georgia, South, and they were forced by Andrew Jackson over. Oklahoma.
The Seminoles migrated from Oklahoma to Florida.
Okay, I know that.
Yep. During westward expansion.
Wow.
And you know what my history teacher called westward expansion? He called it the same thing the Germans did, which was Lebensraum. We just need a little breathing room.
Living space. Yeah, living space.
We just need a little breathing room. We got elbow room, you know?
Yeah. Yep. These Europeans are fine. We just need more space.
Yeah. And he said, I'm not going to tell you anything about semantics. This is my history teacher. He said, I'm just going to tell you this. In Germany, they needed Lebensraum. In America, we just need a little bit of manifest destiny.
Yeah. The problem with the Germans, D-Dog, they have a problem with messaging.
Right. They had a bad PR person.
They talk about final solution. They talk about superior races. What they need to do is go back and talk to Ben Franklin and talk to Thomas Jefferson. And what we have is manifest destiny.
Right. But Ben Franklin was in France screwing hookers.
I know, but it sounds better. Destiny. It's my destiny to run the whole damn thing all the way to the Pacific.
Are you saying Ben Franklin was with his key and his kite in his hand in France, looking at a prostitute going, it's manifest destiny, baby?
And she goes, you're starting to make a lot of sense.
Especially with that money.
I like this guy.
You pay me, I'll believe whatever you tell me.
That's right, man. This guy's a winner.
That's right. Going to the top.
Guy's going places.
That's right. Jesus, man.
Where'd you go to college? Well, I didn't. I'm Ben Franklin. Yeah.
It was like a Dave Chappelle kind of moment. I'm Ben Franklin, biatch.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
That's right. Well, that is going to cover it for us because we've gone way over 30 minutes on a 10-minute segment that I'm going to have to freaking delete the shit out of.
Okay.
So we are at the moment's end of our wonderful third segment we call here the 50 Shades of Beer podcast.
That's right.
G-Funk, you want to lead us out?
All right. Everybody have a nice night. Keep it real.
Again, bottom of the ocean from Jacques Cousteau. All right.
There you go.
Thank you very much. We will see you next time. This concludes the end of the show.